So in today's Dokkan Battle video, I'm going to be going over the rebirth for the INT Super Saiyan Goku, and obviously going to be showing him off in a few moments, but I hope you guys are having a great day as always, and if you do enjoy today's episode, not episode but video of course, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new, and shout out to Warden for the dope layout, which you should be seeing now or in a few moments. But yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So obviously I can't read the quote because I don't read Japanese, but I would imagine that is something similar to what it was before, and before it was... I get excited when I fight a strong opponent, which is obviously just Goku. So his leader skill gives 2 ki as well as a 70% HP and defensive boost to INT types. He causes supreme damage and has a rare chance to stun. His passive skill changes agility type orbs into INT type orbs. And he also gets a 40% attack boost. And keep in mind, that's just for him, not for all your allies, obviously. Because if it was for all your allies, it would say 40% attack to all your allies. I know that's pretty straightforward, but his Dokkan Wiki tends to be a bit all over the place at times with specific units, but I would imagine that they've had enough time to obviously correct a few things. So his links are Golden Warrior, Prepare for Battle, Kamehameha, Family Tie, Super Saiyan, the First Awakened, Shattering the Limits. His stats are, pretty average for a rebirth, and if we quickly go down here, he has a 12 ki multiplier of 140%. So overall, he's still a pretty decent unit, of course, and if you don't have Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, he is an incredible partner for, obviously, LR Gohan, and if you don't have LR Gohan, he is an incredible partner for Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, but the majority of the time, he is going to be a floater, and one of the reasons why is because this poor guy does not have well, he does have the Rebirth link, he doesn't have Fierce Battle, which is a shame, and... to be honest, it's kind of weird. He Dokkan Awakened with the medals from the LR Goku event. That's like the first time we've ever seen like an outside unit, so to speak, Dokkan with those particular medals. So I was kind of, I mean, that specific event or those medals don't, give you the Fierce Battle link. Obviously, it's just from Dokkan events, but it's like, come on. Oh, why did they have to use this event? And now that I think about it, there has never been a Super Saiyan Goku Dokkan Fest. Is that going to be the Super type lead or something else in the future? Who knows? Definitely going to find out. Obviously we have LR Goku, but we have yet to see a Super Saiyan Goku Dokkan Awakening. That's like one of the most legendary moments of like all of Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's one of the most legendary like scenes of like all time. But anyway, so his chance to stun is around 10 to 20%. I've said this multiple times. It does vary with every single unit. I believe it goes rare, medium, and high chance. I don't think there's an ultra high chance at the moment, but there is a different percentage for the high chance. I believe the best stunner in the game at the moment is the General Blue from the Arale summons, and his chance to stun is 75%. And then you have the World Tournament one. That is around 50%, you have Turles 50%, so the majority of the stunning units are around 50%, and there's one at 75, and then of course he has a rare chance, which is around 10 to 20%, so it's decent when it does go off. I don't think you particularly need it for an INT team, just because of how fast you can take out events. Obviously, like, even with a type disadvantage, you should be fine, because obviously Gogeta is effective against all types, but this is assuming that you do have Gogeta. But honestly, I think that his main... he's at his best when you combine him with units like Super Saiyan Rage Trunks and obviously LR Gohan. I would imagine that the majority of you watching this do not have LR Gohan. I don't have LR Gohan, so his main use for me is obviously going to be Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, and when he does come up like every 3 turns or so, he's going to be providing even more of an attack boost to Trunks because of how many orbs he changes. And obviously Trunks already changes STR orbs into INT orbs, so when you have this Goku changing agility orbs into more INT type orbs, it just increases his attack even more, which is going to be great. So overall, I do think that he is a very good unit, and obviously some of you may prefer to run a support unit. Well, I guess he classes as a support unit, but normally when I think of a support unit, I think of a unit that gives an attack and defensive boost, but he technically is a support unit because he is giving attack in some, in some way. But honestly, I think that, like I said this before, obviously, he is a pretty good unit. I think they could have improved him a bit more. He is similar to Bardock in some senses. This is Tech Super Saiyan Bardock, by the way. But obviously, he does not have Fierce Battle, and he doesn't necessarily have that... It's not... He doesn't basically he doesn't have the same relationship that Bardock has with, LR Goku. He doesn't have that with LR Gohan. That's what Super Saiyan Rage Trunks is basically there for, but You're most likely not going to have LR Gohan unless you got extremely lucky. So the orbs that this guy changes are most likely going to go to Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. And if that's not the case, if you do not have Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, I don't know how important he is going to be to your team unless you just have a team that doesn't necessarily link that well. And, you know, you just want a unit that can start and, you know, hit relatively hard, of course. Level 9 additional and level 3 crit. I wonder who this is. Riku the worst. Oh god, okay, shout out to the guy, and I just realised that the face cam is on. Never mind. Anyway, yeah, so it wasn't on for the first part of the video, but anyway, I was just kind of leaning to the side there. Okay, point is, we're going to take on this event, well, not all of this event, and hopefully this does go well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and unfortunately, we have the Goku in the second rotation, so we're going to have to put him in the last slot, unfortunately. And to be fair, even if you don't necessarily need to give those orbs to Rage Trunks, it can still be useful for a unit like Goku Jr., who obviously doesn't have the greatest key legs for this particular team. But if you want, the majority of the time, Goku Jr. is going to be in your last slot anyway, so maybe in one of your starting rotations where you do have the two together, you know, that will be a bit of a help. Here we go, moving on to the next stage, and of course, going to show off this guy. The thing that triggers me the most is the fact that this man does not have Fifth Battle. Oh, such a shame. But of course I'm going to have to put him in the last slot here, just so that I can get him with Rage Trunks and obviously show you guys how many more orbs he gives to that guy. And I need to get my Vegeta to Super Attack 10. He's currently at Super Attack 1. But I believe I have a few tech Super Saiyan Vegetas from the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 arc. So probably going to go ahead and just give some to him, because I'm never going to use them. I don't particularly think that he is that good. My Mono Tech is already pretty decent at the moment, and unless he gets an insane, like, rebirth or something, I don't know, I just don't see it, and we managed to get the stun. Awesome. So maybe it is a higher chance. I probably just got lucky, but when it does go off, it's nice because it's 2-3 turns of damage, essentially. Okay, so this would have been nice against the race against E3, but obviously at the time I did not have this guy. I managed to, well, I didn't pull him. I managed to get this guy with the scrolls from the barber shop tab, so if you guys still have it, I would definitely recommend getting him, or if you have in, or if you want, in Goku, go ahead and, you know, get him as well. You have Whis, who's a good support unit. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, everyone's going to Super Attack here, awesome. So we have those agility type orbs on the right there, and next turn, your boy Goku is going to change them, and Trunks is going to change the STR ones as well, of course. So, and he's going to change, like, what, 2 agility type orbs? I guess, I don't know, it could be worse. But to be fair, it's almost the entire board. Okay, and now we're getting Super Attacks, of course. Of course, I just got Super Attacks. 41k, it's alright. But yeah, Vegeta is honestly one of the only units that you should give additional attacks to, and one of the reasons why is because his attack increases every time you super attack with him. So obviously, if you get 2 super attacks in one turn, his attack stat and obviously damage output is just going to be like super high. So definitely prioritize that. If you already gave him crits, I would just, you know, switch them over as soon as you can. I mean, obviously you don't need to rush it because it's not like you're going to be racing anyone. Well, I don't think you guys are anyway. Who knows? I'm actually curious. Do you guys race any of your friends? Just, you know, for fun, obviously. Let me know. I'm actually curious to, you know, see if you guys do that. Or here. Either one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you saw how many orbs he gave to Trunks right there. Like, he's going to be able to hit super hard hit. And of course, Gogeta gets the additional. Like, it just never happens, but it, well, I suppose it doesn't never happen though, does it? Because it literally just happened. And he dodged. Okay, that's nice. So yeah, so his attack stats over 1 million, and he isn't even at Super Attack 10 yet. Keep in mind that when you do get into Super Attack 10, he gets an additional 30% attack boost, so it's definitely worth getting a Super Attack to 10. Moving on to the next stage, I want to show off this Goku a bit more, so I've basically shown you guys how much of a boost he could potentially be giving units like, you know, Super Saiyan Rage Trunks, where he changes enough orbs. But I want to just show off his damage potential a bit more, and oh boy, not the greatest rotation. If this was a race, I probably would have lost at this point, unless I can get an additional here. to be fair, I think Gogeta should be able to take him out. Should. Come on. Yeah, I don't see how. Okay, you got the crit. Damn. Like, level 3 crit, and he managed to get one. That's impressive. So, we have this great setup again. And, of course, you have Gohan, who gives orbs. Well, he does technically give ki. And he also gives a 40% attack and defensive boost. I was basically just trying to get Kais for my Super Saiyan Gotenks, or Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And I managed to pull him. I was like, oh, okay, awesome. Now my INT team is even better. Which is sick. And I definitely need to race with this team again. I don't know, I just really enjoy using this particular team. Okay, let's go with this. Maybe we can get stun off, that would be nice. But honestly, one thing that I haven't really touched on when using this guy is how hard does he hit? 140 TK, somewhere along those lines. That's not too bad, to be fair, considering he's only at Super Attack 1, only a 40% attack boost. He has a decent 12 key multiplier of 140%. So yeah, like so far, he has been working super well in his team, and if I had LR Gohan, I would definitely use him over Buff Goku probably. Maybe Goku Jr. to be honest, it depends. Because I really like getting the boost from Buff Goku, of course, and at the same time, like, just all those orbs make a massive difference, especially if you are using a unit like LR Gohan. Granted, he already... You know, he's essentially self-sufficient with every orb that you get like one more, which is absolutely insane. So obviously if you get an in-type orb, you're getting 3 ki, and if you're getting a neutral type orb, you're getting 2 ki, which is crazy good. Like, that passive is way ahead of its time. It's super broken, that's one of the reasons why it's the best card in the game. And he does have a cap to his damage output, like, well, basically how many orbs you can collect. But this guy literally gets like, what? Is it, I think it's 18? I think it's an 18% attack boost per all collected. It could be 20, I could be wrong. I'm pretty certain it's 18. I don't know why. I think it is 18. Or is it 20? It's one of those two. It's 18 or 20. The reason why I think of 20 is because you have the STR Spirit Bomb Goku and Vegeta, who Dokkan recently, that have a 20% passive. So I think it's 18. But yeah, I've shown this guy off. And honestly, I definitely recommend that you use him if you do have him, especially if you have Super Saiyan Rage Trunks or LR Gohan. He fits super well in his team, and if you don't have Goku Jr., for example, he can easily be replaced by someone like the Super Saiyan Goku. And again, he does have that chance to stun, which when it does happen is obviously great because that's 2 turns of free damage. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.